When we arrived in Oaxaca, we had breakfast with Lictor and several of the leaders in the church before heading over to the school. It's the only registered Christian school in that area, and we got to see all the kids, and they put on a little bit of their Christmas program for us while we were there before we went and visited all the different classrooms, and Charlie talked to them and got to pray over the students while we were there.
And God loves you,
Dios les ama
and He wants you to serve Him.
y Él quiere que ustedes le sirvan.
The church down there really sees the investment in training up the next generation. I mean, the leaders and the future of that country and that city. And it's great to see how the church's role in training young people and pouring into the next generation is really being fulfilled in the school down there, in the elementary, high school, and even the K4 and kindergarten ages. After visiting the school, we went and saw the world's whitest tree, which is there in Oaxaca. It was really amazing to see. And after that, we went out and saw the land that the church had purchased for the new nursing home. They had been praying to receive permits and things to start building, and actually the day that we left, they started construction for the new nursing home. In the evening, pastor spoke at a men's meeting for the men in the local church there in Oaxaca.
We're just very blessed to be here and to share with you the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Estamos en tierra.
He took the time to form us.
Él tomó el tiempo para
He didn't
formar.
speak us into
Él
existence.
nos habló y nos hizo por su
And
palabra.
then He says that He bent over and breathed.
Y después Él dice que
I wonder if there's anyone here.
yo me pregunto si hay alguien en este lugar
You would say, I need the Lord.
que usted dice yo necesito más de Dios.
I don't have Him. And I ask you to forgive me of my sin.
Dios me perdone.
The next day, we had a leadership meeting for local leaders in the churches there in Oaxaca. And Dave spoke the first session, and Charlie spoke the second, and it was just a really great time. You can really see how much these people love God and want to see Him move in their country. Just a real passion in their worship, in wanting to give up things in their lives and repenting. And it was a great time of fellowship, and just to really see the heart of the leaders there in Mexico.
Praise the name of the Lord.
Bendito sea el nombre del Señor.
And then He started talking about who go through this.
Pasamos por este carros ustedes.
We don't want to spend our time in games.
No querían ganar victoria.
Over sin. Wash us.
Señor, limpia.
Wash us in place.
Señor, limpia.
That's all.
That evening we had a youth meeting for the young people in Lichter's church. It was a really great time. There were several local bands and dance teams that performed, and they had skits, and it was a really great time just for young people to really learn about God. Mauricio brought the message that evening. Really great message, of course in Spanish, but you know what? God's presence was really there, and there were several people that came up and answered the altar call to recommit and to give their lives to Jesus.
Jesucristo, Él va a transformar tu vida. Él puede hacerlo. Él lo hizo.
Este libro que yo tengo aquí es la Biblia.
Sunday morning we had service at Lichter's church. It was a really good time to fellowship with the church there. There's a real connection between Lichter's church and even our church here in Heartland. Lichter has talked a lot about really wanting our churches to be like sister churches, and that there's a real connection and a bond, not just among its people, but in really what God is doing in our churches, both there and here.
Si ustedes desean que el Espíritu Santo venga y renueve ustedes, por favor, póngase de pie en esta mañana.
God said, I'll spare your life.
Pero Dios me dijo,
Ashamed of my sin.
estoy avergonzado por mis pecados.
And I ask you to forgive me.
Yo te pido que live your life. Para que vivamos vidas puras.
Later on, we traveled to a new church work in a little bit harder area in Oaxaca to do a second church service. It was an amazing church, a new building. It was only 2 years old, but the work there had been going on for close to 12 years, and the people there, their worship was so enthusiastic, and the love of the people was beyond anything that I could have imagined it was going to be like, and people's hearts were really touched, and there were many that came up to receive salvation and to receive Christ into their hearts. Continue to keep Mexico in your prayers with the spike in violence in the nation. They are doing a great work, but they also long for our prayers.